Okay, this is a makeup teacher video from chapter 14. In this one, we're going to find the area of some pretty odd figures. So we have A and B, and so we will find the area of both. But first, we'll go with A. And at first, you might be thinking, holy cow, how am I supposed to do this? There's like this little tiny thing right here. How am I supposed to find the area of that? I should mention each one of these is 1. So if we had a box, I'll draw a box out here, this would just be considered 1. So that's what we'll use going forth. What you can actually do is make a larger square around the figure like that, and then we can find the area of this square. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's just 16. That's our total area. So I'm gonna write that right here. And then what we're gonna do is we can split, not from the shaded figure. I'll just kind of shade the original one so it's a little bit easier to see. That's our shaded figure. We're not gonna mess with that. We're gonna mess with the outside stuff here and subtract that stuff off. So right away we can I'll just kind of make some lines there. I'll make that figure 1. Make that figure 2. We will make this big one figure 3. Figure 4 and figure 5. Okay, so figure 1, that's pretty simple. Just 1, 2. We got 2 squares, so it's 2. Figure 2. Now you're might be thinking, how am I supposed to do this? We can just use, it is a triangle, so we can use the area of a triangle. So like right here is our base, that's just 1, and then 1, 2, and 3. So the 1/2 base times height, so 1/2 of 3 is 1.5. Okay, so we have 1 and 2 done. We'll move over to 3. Triangle, we can do the same thing again. So 1, 2, 3, 4 as our height or base, doesn't matter. Either way you're looking at it, I guess. And then 1, 2. So 1/2 of 4 times 2 is 8. So 1/2 of that is 4. So yep, we'll keep doing the same thing. This one's a little bit trickier. So we can see our base here is 1, but the height is equivalent to kind of, I put a little dotted line. I hope you can see that well enough through the scribbling. The height is equivalent to right here. So the height is actually equivalent to 1, 2, 3. So again, we have the 1/2 base times height. Our base is 1, height is 3, so that's again 1.5. And then all we have is 5 here, and we have 1 as our base, and then 1, 2. 1/2 of 2 is 1. Okay, so we've now successfully found the areas of all these little outside pieces that aren't a part of our actual thing we're trying to get. So we'll just add these up. You can just add them up. 4, 6, and 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So this actually equals 10. 16 minus 10 is 6. So the area for this is actually 6 units squared. So done with that one. Now we'll move to B. Same sort of thing. This one isn't as big, so it won't take as long. Again, I'll just start labeling 1. Here I split up some squares, so let's call this 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. That's really bad, 4 and 6. So our area here is 1, 2, 3, or sorry, our sides here are 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 3 by 3. So that's, I'm just gonna, you can see that. I'll do it right down here. So we got 9. Now we're gonna start subtract off. So triangle, same sort of thing. So our base is 1, 1, 2. 1/2 of 2 times 1 is 2, which is half of that is 1. 2 and 3. I'm going to combine these two. Obviously this is 1 and 1, so I'm just going to make that 2, just to save some space. 4, so we have a 1 here and a 1, so it would be 1/2 base times height is just 1/2 of 1, which is 1/2 or 0.5 for our sake. I guess it really doesn't matter, but 5, same sort of thing. Just 1 and 1. So kind of again the same thing actually, 0.5. And 6, I bet it's 0.5. There's 1 and 1, so 1/2 of 1 times 1 is just 1/2. So now that we found, I should have done that earlier, but so we found all of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all these little ones. So down here we'll just go ahead and add these up, and then subtract off the big one. So we have 3 and then 4.5. So this little, all these little parts equal 4.5. Then 9 minus 4.5. So let's go to the area of right here. Okay, so now we know that the shaded area right here, or sorry, the shaded figure right here has an area of 4.5 units squared. So I hope that this helped and made it easier. Just because it's kind of a weird, funky looking object doesn't mean that it's terribly difficult to find the area. You just being able to make the boxes around and then finding the areas of all these extra spaces, and then just subtracting it off, it makes it pretty easy actually to find some of these weird looking shapes for areas. So that's all I got. Thank you for watching.